Merry Christmas! Welcome to the Rutledge House. Please come into my home for the 2021 Christmas Tour Holiday Reveal. As you can see, we have just a center hallway. This home was built about 1783. It is what they call a 1/1 home. So it's just the center hallway that goes into the cookhouse. And you can see I've decorated with this lovely garland, and I have some wonderful candles. You could zoom in. And over here on this vintage secretary desk, I have a manger scene. And this here is my mother's sisal tree, which used to be a music box, doesn't work anymore, but it's about circa 1960. And now we will go over into the TV room. In here is what we call now the TV room. It may have been the parlor. It faces north and southwest. So as you can see, the fireplace is pretty elaborate with its work. I have decorated with some other vintage items. These are from our childhood, something my mother had from the 60s. These I got while I was thrifting, as you guys call it. Then over here I have my collection of vintage Christmas books. These are very nice, from 1950s through the 60s. They're pretty cool. Then if we look over here at my Christmas tree, you can see that I have a love for vintage Christmas ornaments. We have several. We have, you know, like the little elf and the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I even have over here my father's Christmas ornament he got when he was in kindergarten from Newport News. His kindergarten teacher, or first grade teacher probably. They didn't have kindergarten then. So that's 80-some years old. And then I have one that I made in 3rd grade. Also down here I thrifted these 1970s Christmas wish books. These are what my brothers and I looked at when we went to my grandmother's house to pick out Christmas presents. God. So over here I have what they call a feather tree. A lady that I work with gave this to me one Christmas, and I've decorated it with some older ornaments. This was my husband's mother's strand of stuff. And then over here we have some Christmas food. This is the dining room mantle. As you can see, it's pretty elaborate. We also found some embossed decorations up there that we think maybe the seeing eye could be a Masonic symbol. I've decorated this with a nativity scene that my mom bought me from Leggett's in probably 1988. Poor old Mary's missing a finger. Okay. These are my husband's and his brother's Christmas socks from 1948, so they're pretty old. And then this tree here I also decorate with just Christmas balls. I try to do the, you know, old ones. And that's about it there.
You need a little polishing.
Now we're going into, towards the cookhouse. This section from here to here was not here when it was originally built. This was a breezeway. You can see the beams. And so this is the original cookhouse where they would have been cooking their Christmas dinner. Of course, I don't know how to cook on a fire, so that ain't happening. So I just decorated it with a little twiggy tree and some vintage cookie cutter. Made them little ornaments, little plastic cookie cutters. On the mantle, I put our snow globes that we had when we were little. This one actually is 50 years old this year. And then I got that cheap Santa Claus thing. I thought it was pretty cool. Probably made in China. As you can see, the fireplace is rather large. It may have had an oven in it, but we don't know. I don't cook in there, but I'd like to, but you can't. And then we'll go into the kitchen where you can see my Santa collection. Unfortunately, I do like Santas. I have most of these came from thrifting, as you guys call it. The Merry Christmas salt and pepper shaker were my mom's. That one little man there with the looks like a clown, that was my grandmother's. And then my mom got me that Santa on the stick because she thinks that comedian's funny that he has the pepper on a stick. So she got me a Santa on a stick. And then I just have my grandmother's Santa over here. This is the one she used to put in her window. When we remember that when we were little. And that's all I have. Merry Christmas and thank you for seeing my Christmas home.